YouTube, are you working? Is my YouTube stream working? It's just showing a black screen. Give me a second. There we go. Okay, now my YouTube stream's working. Which, excellent. Hello. Hi, da-da-da. So, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, so fair warning going into this. I have played this game before. I have played this game through to the end of the story and through some of the extra content. So, I mean, I know what the story is going to be and what all of that looks like. But think it will be I think it'll be fine. I'll try not to spoil what I can. Actually, now that I think about it, the title's already kind of a minor spoiler. But I think most of y'all have been around long enough to have heard me talk about this game before. So I hope it's okay with y'all. So yes, I am on a completely fresh save file. As soon as I open the game, it's going to start the prologue. So the game is not actually open yet. I should have my capture set up to capture it as soon as it does open, like I have with Void Stranger, but I'm not. We'll see. This is a rhythm puzzle mystery hybrid type of thing. It's it's an interesting design, but I really like it. It's one of my favorite rhythm games I've honestly ever played. Like, it is single-handedly the game that convinced me that I could enjoy PC rhythm games. So, I'm really excited to play it from the start and show it off to y'all. Anyways, I'll switch over to my gaming overlay. Desktop audio on, and then I need to open the game. Oh shit, the capture's not working. Why is the capture not working? Game capture, vivid stasis, vivid stasis. Is it working now? No, it's not. Shit. Okay, where is my window capture? I'll probably have to do a window capture then. Vivid stasis. No. Stop it. Okay. Set it to vivid stasis. Window capture. That's OBS. That's not what I want. Okay, game capture should work with this. I don't know why it doesn't. My audio capture is working. Vivid stasis. Did that work? No, it did not. Does the window capture work? No, the window capture doesn't work either. Vivid stasis. There we go. Okay, let me just move this around a little bit and shrink it. I forgot to change the aspect ratio before I reset it, so the aspect ratio is going to be a tiny bit weird until I can fix it. I'm just going to try and shrink it until it'll fit in my overlay nicely, and then... Alright, that should be fine. Begin setup and calibration. Press yes or no on input device. Yes. This experience is a work of fiction. Despite using some meta-narrative aspects blending the fictional world and the real world, all content in this game is fiction. You accept this by continuing. Yes. Oh, also, this game has a lot of flashing lights and colors. So, epilepsy/seizure warning. Oh, yeah, there we go. The following game experience contains patterns of flashing or bright colors that may be dangerous to those with photosensitive conditions. You accept this by continuing. Yes. I'll sit here quietly and keep quiet. I don't mind. Please select a mode to play through the game. Oh, that's new. Oh yeah, so I said a brief disclaimer earlier, but I'll say it again, just in case. I have played through this game before. I've played this game a lot. I have, I think, almost... Yeah, I have 66 hours on Steam. So I've played this game a lot. But most of everything that I've played of it was when it was still in early access. So there are things about the finished game that are probably going to surprise me. I'm not entirely sure what will happen. I know the general story. I don't know what, like, if they've changed mechanics or sequences or anything like that. So, on one hand, I sort of know what's coming. On the other hand, I absolutely do not know what's going to happen. Please select a mode to play through the game. Okay. Default mode. Vivid Stasis in its original intended experience. Navigate a labyrinth of gameplay shifts and rhythm challenge to uncover the secrets better left forgotten. Rhythm mode. For players seeking high-intensity rhythm action, many more songs are available by default, and the process of unlocking new ones is made quicker. Story mode. For players interested in the story. Progression is streamlined and more accessible, and episodes unlock automatically by reading the previous one. I'm going to go default mode, just because I've played this before and I know what that's going to do. You may change some system settings like window resolution before beginning. Would you like to open the prologue settings menu? You will be able to adjust these later as well. Yes, I do want to... 1920 by 1080, that's right. Full screen windowed, music, pause and unfocus is enabled. Particle intensity is normal. Content warnings are enabled, disabled. Okay. I think that is everything. I'm going to enable content warnings for y'all's sake more than my sake, because I already know what's going to happen. But I may not be able to call out some of the subject matter before it actually happens. So I'm enabling content warnings for y'all. I hope that's okay. Welcome to the Dustbreaker setup process. Press enter to continue. This initialization process will ask you 9 questions. Please answer truthfully. Please enter your name. The keyboard doesn't work. I have to do it this way. Is my game audio too loud? I don't think so. My game audio actually looks pretty quiet. I could probably afford to turn that up a little bit. My game audio still fine on y'all's end? Yes. Okay. Good. Confirm. If somebody you cared about was struggling, yet they promised they were okay, how would you respond? Try to help anyway. If somebody you care about dealt with a great misfortune, what would be your first action? Try and understand more. You can't fix a problem if you don't understand what the problem is in the first place. If you were hurt by a friend on accident, how would you confront them about it afterwards? Oh, man. I am a very non-confrontational person. Like, I try to avoid confrontation whenever possible at all. But I think I would try and talk it out, if it's a friend. If you were hurt by a friend on purpose, how would you confront them about it afterwards? Stand up for myself. If I have to have a confrontation, then I'm going to, that it's going to be a confrontation. I'm not going to try and, dumb it down. If you and someone you care about both got hurt at the same time, whose happiness would you prioritize? My loved ones. If someone that you do not know got hurt, would you care about their well-being? Absolutely. If someone that has hurt you in the past got hurt themselves, did they deserve it? I mean, I guess it depends on the situation. But in general, people don't deserve to get hurt. If you witness someone you dislike getting ganged up on, would you join in? I would stay out of it. Your answers have been recorded. Please remain stationary with the DB helmet attached. You will experience a moment of discomfort. Do not be alarmed. It will last for only 15 seconds. Time. Many months into our ordeal, That word stopped having meaning to me. How long has it been that my time was stopped in place? An intermission cannot breach frozen time. And yet, Oh, things are going wrong. Okay, DFJK. Can you hear me? If this message is reaching you, then you may be our last hope. But before we can get to that, you need to know what to do. Let me explain how this works. This is the game interface. If you press the displayed keys, it will activate the lanes. When a piece of note data passes the lines at the bottom, hit the assigned key. Very good. Sometimes note data is categorized differently. When the note data has a long trail, you need to hold it until it is fully passed. There is only one more known categorization for note data. These are called bumpers and cover 2 lanes. If one approaches, press either of the lanes it covers. You don't need to press both. Learning to master these 3 types of note data will be your guiding light. If you've received this signal, then I beg of you to lend us your power. Tanegashima Precinct, 10:04 a.m. The Tanegashima Precinct, or Tanegashima? Not by any means a bustling hub of officers and investigators coming in and out throughout the day, but a humble shack that services what the island needs from its police force. Due to its lack of vivid activity, the detectives and other officers often revel here in the peace when taking breaks. Today, however, is no such day. I walked up the road to the police center. Even from a short distance, I wouldn't really blame anyone for missing it completely. Saturday. The Tanegashima Precinct. It always catches me off guard when I remember how small it really is. I walked up the small porch to the door and knocked on it. A few seconds passed, but there didn't seem to be any response. Oh my goodness. Oh. Yo, hi. Welcome in, raiders. Hello. Oh my goodness, 2 raids. Hi. Welcome in. Today I am playing a really cool game called Vivid Stasis. It is like a rhythm mystery visual novel puzzle game. It's almost sort of a Frankenstein of a bunch of different game genres, but it's very cool, trust me. But yes, hello, welcome. Oh my goodness. For those of y'all who haven't been here before, hi, I'm Melody. I am a teddy bear VTuber and V-singer and indie game, I guess, enthusiast. I've entirely forgotten my spiel. But yeah, I do music and cool indie games. I apologize in advance if there's any extra background noise today beyond the... If there's any extra background noise today, they're doing construction on the building across the street. And I think I have my mic filter set up right so that the noise shouldn't leak in, but I'm not 100% certain, so I apologize in advance. But yeah, thank you all so much for stopping by. I walked up the small porch to the door and knocked on it. A few seconds passed, but there didn't seem to be any response. I knocked again. This yielded the same results. Frustratingly, it also did on the third try, and the fourth. For real? I find it really hard to believe there's no one inside. Stepping off the porch, I looked around. I see my full respect for playing rhythm games. I can't for the life of me. I really enjoy this one. I was talking a little bit about this earlier. I had previously only ever played rhythm games on my phone and my tablet, so I'd never really tried, like, PC rhythm games. This here is the game that single-handedly convinced me on the subject of PC rhythm games. Stepping off the porch, I looked around. Maybe I'll find someone by looking through the window? This game, just very recently got out of early access. So I'm playing on a new save file and everything, but I have played through it before. Again, it just got out of early access, so there might be some things that surprise me. But I do sort of know what's happening. But, oh, I should be polite. How was your stream? What were you doing? Also, please feel free to run if you've got to. Go get some water, eat some food, make sure you take care of yourself. I walked up to it and pressed my cheek up against the dirty glass. Really? Sure enough, I couldn't see anyone inside. Not even a clerk at the reception desk. I mean, okay, think about it. It's a Monday. Maybe everybody partied too hard on the weekend and nobody showed? Or maybe they're all out looking for Suki. That's definitely it. I mean, that's definitely not it, but I'll have hope. God knows I need it in this kind of situation. I walked back up on the porch and looked at the door again. Anyways, hope you have fun. I'll head out and do questionable stuff right now. Okay. Bye. Have fun with whatever you're doing. Make sure to drink some water and all that. Drink some coffee if it's still an appropriate time for coffee. I walked back up on the porch and looked at the door again. Well, the sign says they're still open, so I guess they expect me to just try the door? I twisted the rusted handle on the door, and sure enough, it opened without any trouble at all. Ah, fair enough. Well, not like there's much use standing around out here. In I go. Chapter 1. Missing Link. Just as I saw through the window, there wasn't a soul to be found in the reception area. It really is a no-show here. But the moment I said that, I noticed a detective down the hall. I waved to her, and she looked up from the paper she was scanning. Oh, hey, excuse me? Is there anyone I can talk to follow up on a missing persons report? God, I hate acting like this. Staying strong and formal is far from my strong suit, but I don't exactly think it's a super good idea to be on the bad side of the police. The detective, who isn't even in any kind of uniform, points to a cubicle in the back of the hall and walks off. Oh, Thank you. I walked down the hall and peeked around the corner of the cubicle. Sitting down behind it is a woman in a coat, writing something down on a notepad as she looks at one of her screens. Hey, Miss Detective, are you free at the moment? I have a few questions I'd like to ask about, this report I filed. I have it in my binder here somewhere. Shit. Where did I actually put the damn thing? I started scrambling through my files desperately. The detective looked up from her screen. She seemed a bit confused. Hey. What voice do I give her? Do I give her a deeper voice or a higher voice, then? I'm giving Saturday my normal speaking voice because she talks a lot. And so I don't want to do a voice that's too far off for her. But I don't know what voice to give the detective. I'll go a little bit deeper. Hey, I don't think you can just... Ah, found it. I pulled the piece of paper out of the binder and handed it to her. Here we are. I've got the details in this for if you need to do, like, a lookup or something. Or I can give you her name, or something. The detective sighed and looked at me disapprovingly. Save it. You heard about Suki, right? Not many missing persons reports around here, so this is the first one in a couple weeks. Yes, Suki Tasagare. That's her. What's the report? Nothing since we opened the investigation. I frowned. Nothing? It's been a whole day. You have to have found at least something. It's been less than a day. A girl goes missing, and you expect us to mobilize our entire force to find her? We barely have any resources as it is. I mean, I don't want you to do that. I just thought you might have made some progress or something. I don't know. The detective sighs again. Well, we haven't. We'll let you know if we find her. Until then, why don't you try to take your mind off of it? I understand that it's stressful. Oh, for the love of... Despite her efforts to calm me down, she was clearly unaware of the inverse effect it was having. Okay, fine then. I'll do it myself. I'll find her and I'll prove to you that you can do better. This yielded another sigh from the detective. Listen, I understand your worries, but if you go and break any laws or get yourself into danger, we aren't going to protect you just because of an emotional outburst. The last thing we'd want is to find your sister and have to tell her we had to lock you up, understand? Before the detective was even finished with her sentence, however, I was already on my way out the door. Jeez, what a piece of work. Once I got back outside, I sat down on the porch and tried to calm myself down. Not to much avail. I should message Allison and let her know how it went. God damn it. What voice do I give Allison? I thought I gave Allison a mildly higher voice than Saturday. Did it not go well? Yeah, I'd say so. They have nothing. Literally jack shit. Well, it's only been a day or so. Man, I guess, but like, that's a whole ass day's worth of opportunities for her to kick the bucket somehow. Sat, what are you planning to do? Is that even a question? I'm finding her. Since, obviously, they aren't, LMAO. I really don't think that's the best idea. Come on, it'll take, like, no time at all. At least let me hang up some missing posters for her or something. I'm willing to help you do that, but I don't want you to get involved in anything further than that, okay? Suki needs her sister to come home to. Yeah, I get it. I'll be fine. I'm gonna go to the park. Can you meet me there? Yes, I can. I'm nearby, actually. I'll see you there, okay? Until then, try to stay calm. I am calm. Seriously. You've never seen anyone as calm as I am right now. The park is still a good bit away, but, I am not walking that distance in this weather. When does the next bus come? I checked on my phone. 10 minutes at the nearest stop. Thank God. I put away my phone, got up off the precinct porch, and started walking towards the bus stop. Press any key to begin. Okay, so for Song Shop, I have to complete Chapter 1 for... I should not have between space already. Give me a second. That's not it. Flowchart unlocks normal, unlock conditions default, assist mode is disabled, puzzle hints. Content warning should be enabled. Unlock all modes is disabled. Unlock all songs disabled. Legacy font should be disabled. Okay. Nope, I still have between space somehow. Huh. Okay, that's odd, but... Alright, so I'm gonna start off with seeing what songs I have unlocked. Okay, so they kept my high scores. But the unlocks aren't still here. I'll start off with Septum to get some extra batteries. Batteries are what you use to unlock story chapters. Septima seems to be the only one I really have unlocked, so let's start off with this one, I guess. I have played this game before, although I'm still not... I'd say I'm at an intermediate skill level. Like, I can't reliably clear anything above a 12. Which, granted, you only really start getting songs above a 12 in the later chapters of the game. These first couple are all designed for players who are new to the game. So, the first couple that you unlock are a little bit easier. I say as I break my combo. Although this is a 9, so I guess this is probably a decent challenge level. And I'm a little bit rusty, obviously. Because I haven't actually, like, genuinely, like, really played this game in earnest since before it left early access. So it's been a hot second. Okay. I lost the rhythm for a second there. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've broken my combo way too many times for a game that I have this many hours in. Can't believe I missed it in like the last 2 seconds of the song. Let's see. Okay. So I can play Gerd, I guess. I don't think I've ever actually played the encore chart on this one. Although it's an 11, so it can't be that difficult. Usually encore is like 15 and up. It is interesting to me that it kept high scores, because on one hand, I've never really been like a score chaser. Because it's just... I hate playing the same song over and over. I think it's interesting that it kept the high scores despite presumably resetting all of my other save data. Specifically because this game has sort of meta elements. Related to both the story and the rhythm game sections. Oh, I missed one already. Also, during these rhythm game sections, I have to have pretty much my entire focus on my rhythm game window, so I apologize if I'm a little slow to check chat when I'm actively in the rhythm game sections. Just because it's usually not as easy to multitask when I have to focus on the actual gameplay. Something that's, like, in a game that is less, like, timing-based, I can usually look at chat and play at the same time as long as I'm able to switch between the windows as long as I'm able to remember to switch between the windows. So, like, assuming I don't get super locked in or anything like that. But with something like this where I have to have all of my attention on the actual gameplay, it's harder to look at chat and play the game at the same time. Okay. Oh wait, no, I do have more songs unlocked. Chronomia. Oh, why do I have Encore unlocked and not... I'm just gonna go down to all songs and see what I've got here. Okay, so I've got Septima. Do I have anything else? So I have Safe State. I don't actually love the chart on Safe State as much as I love some of the other ones. Okay. So no other songs unlocked. So in that case, I'm just gonna go straight over to the node flow chart. This is the story progression, and this is how you unlock most songs. The story of Vivid Stasis commonly contains elements of missing persons, anxiety, and the narrative elements. Okay, so this is the bit that I just read. Episode 2, Intersection of Wills. The Tanegashima Park. A humble but popular attraction on the island for the locals to stop by and hang out at on particularly sunny days. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I have content warnings turned on for this. Because, like I said, I've played this before, I already have a pretty decent idea of what the subject matter in this game looks like, but I may not catch it before it happens. So if there is... So I have the content warnings on in case one of y'all is uncomfortable with one particular piece of content, just so you're aware going in, because I may not necessarily catch them in time. Because I know the general story, but I don't know what happens in exactly each episode. I just know what the larger timeline looks like. Once I got there, I went and stood in the northeast corner of it, next to a modest garden. Allie should be here in like 5 minutes, so I'm probably good to sit down for a bit. I waited for a few minutes and looked around. A gardener volunteer is tending to the flowers in the garden boxes, but I'm not paying much attention to that. Some kids are playing and shouting on the playground in annoyingly loud voices, which I guess makes sense considering that it's a playground. But I still wish I didn't have to hear it. Eventually, my patience starts running thin. Where the hell is she? It's been like 10 minutes. It can't take her that long. She said she was nearby, right? She hasn't texted back in a while. Should I... Hey. Hi, hello. Sorry, you scared me. Allison laughed sheepishly. Was it really that funny? Sorry. Yeah, I got held up on my way here. Yeah, it's okay. Just let me, God damn it, not again. Put my backpack on the bench and rummage through it. Ah, damn it, shit. Just, hang on just a minute, hold on. Spreadsheets in a binder. This is certainly a change. Hey, I can be organized when it's important. There we go. I find the sheet I was looking for and pull it out of the binder. Anyways, this is where we're at. She leaves at 10, and she doesn't come back. 10 is her usual time to leave, but she's usually back at 9 p.m. at the latest. What else do you know? What do you mean? Have you contacted her workplace and wrote down what everyone said happened on the 22nd? I frowned. Saturday, how did you fill up a binder operating on so little information? And besides, are you sure this is a good idea? It seems like... At that moment, however, I noticed something out the corner of my eye, and I looked opposite of Allison. Hold that thought. Look over there. Is that Kotomi? Allison sighed. Saturday, I'd rather you didn't just brush off my... I ran across the park, waving my arms to try and get Kotomi's attention. Kotomi! I felt a little bad for leaving Allison back there, but I heard other footsteps that indicated that she was following me anyway. It's probably all good, I hope. Allison and I caught up with Kotomi in no time. She looked surprised to see us. Psst. What voice do I give her? I've gone through like my 3 voices already, low, high, and normal. I guess I can try and go like a little more nasal for her or something. Saturday? And Allison too. What are you two doing here? Did you hear about Suki? Just that she went missing. I saw a few of your messages in the group chat. Yeah, and Saturday has this idea to try and investigate it herself or something. I turned around and gave Allison a frustrated look. Yes, I do. The police clearly just don't give a shit. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they secretly had something to do with it. Allison gave me her own frustrated look back. Probably shouldn't have said that last part. You're just saying things now and you know it. Kotomi seems to find this banter amusing, though, and chuckles. It's not a bad idea to do a little digging yourself, to be fair. Allison looks at Kotomi with an almost tired expression. You think so? Yeah, I do. I think it could be fun, honestly, and it's not like Saturday is going to be able to focus on anything else. That's what I'm saying. Allison doesn't seem to share my feelings on the matter, though. Fun? It's not safe. I can't think of any hypothetical universe where it would be safe. We have police for a reason, you know. I don't want to see you two get hurt. Allie, you know how Saturday is. The best thing you can do here is be there to protect her. No, I am not, in fact, going to do that because we're not investigating. Neither of you are listening to me here at all. I can't keep up. You know I hate it when you do this. Shit, ow. Are you done? Whoa. Allison sighs and shoots me a defeated glance. Fine. Fine, but we're not doing anything illegal. You're going to promise me that right now. It's settled. Where are we investigating? Saturday. What? I said it's settled. Saturday, Tasagare. Despite her reserved nature, Allison was just as stubborn as I. There was no getting out of promising to do exactly as she wanted when she was like this. Ah, fine, I promise. Are you happy? No, but it's the best I'm going to get out of you. So, where are we going first? Her place of work is probably a good place to start. They'd have seen her last, so it's likely that they'll give us information as to when exactly she disappeared. That is, assuming she even showed up for work at all. Wait, you're coming along too? I have literally nothing to do, and besides, this was my idea. If I didn't come along and either of you got hurt, I'd never forgive myself. Well, I'm glad to have another eye to look out for dangerous situations, at least. Saturday, where does your sister work? I don't think I ever even knew. She works at a geology place, I think. You know, rock stuff. I have the address on my phone. Then we better get going. The bus only loops around once per hour, and that's on the other side of Tanegashima. I'm going to keep stumbling over that for a while, I'm sorry. Near my place. Rightio. Let's get a move on, folks. I marched off energetically towards the bus stop outside the park. Kotomi follows at a brisk pace, but Allison lags behind a bit. I wonder what's got her all down in the dumps. Hopefully she feels better soon. Oh my god, I need water already. Doing all these voices is killing me. I'm gonna go ahead and unlock some songs earlier so that when I eventually inevitably have to grind for batteries to progress the story further, it'll be a little bit easier on my part. Investigation of remainder. The trio check up on the state of Suki's workplace. Content warning. This episode contains topics of surreal imagery. That's just a general content warning for the whole game, really. But, by the time we reach the Geology Museum, Allison seems to have perked up a bit. At least, I'm guessing that from her walking in front of Kotomi and I. It looks like there's something going on. I don't think there'd normally be police officers outside the doorway. Suddenly, I noticed something. Hey, wait! That woman talking to the police officers. That's the detective that brushed me off. Wait, her? Saturday, that's... I start running up the road incline to the entrance. Kotomi and Allison's voices get quieter behind me. Hey, wait, you can't just run off to... By the time I've reached the entrance, the detective seems to have already noticed me, and doesn't look very happy about it. You? Don't think I've forgotten how you completely brushed me aside when I came and asked for progress. How dare you have the gall to then turn around and investigate? What made you suddenly care so much? The detective does not answer. She just keeps looking at me. What, are you bugging my phone or something? As soon as I say we should investigate here, you appear before us so you can take all the credit. Do you even care about saving her, or are you just doing this so you can get a raise for cracking open the case or whatever? Saturday, enough! I hardly think that investigating her workplace is a novel idea. Then why is she just doing this now? I had to get a permit. I can't just investigate places without the legal authority. There's a process. So, bureaucracy is more important than my sister? If I don't want myself and my team to land in prison and leave no one left to investigate, yes. Saturday, if you're done, can you please stop harassing my sister? What? Wait, for real? I looked over at Kotomi, shocked and also completely unaware of how to respond. What? What's that look for? What is it? I turned back to the detective, and only just then noticed her name tag. you're... Erin Ichibotsu, Kotomi's sister. Jesus Christ, Saturday, how did you not figure that out sooner? Holy hell, you were an awful friend. Kotomi seems just as shocked at me not knowing this information as I am at learning it. Jesus Christ, Saturday, how did you not figure that out sooner? I talked about my sister and her line of work plenty of times. I know. I'm so sorry, Eri. This is it. This is the end. This is the curtain call. You've really done it now, Saturday. Eri seems almost amused by this turn of events. I notice her crack the world's smallest grin. Now, if you're done with this plot twist, I'm happy to let you accompany me inside if you'll remain calm. You may even have some valuable insights. Immediately, however, Eri's attitude gets me frustrated again. Why is Kotomi's sister so irritating? Fine, but only if you let Allison and Kotomi come too. They're almost as close to Suki as I am, and I think they'd notice some stuff I wouldn't. It's alright with me. Come along inside. You can show me exactly where your sister worked, so that I can skip having to figure out who inside would know. I walked inside, with Kotomi and Allison following me. Kotomi still seems a bit shaken up by the fact that I may have inadvertently implied that I suspected her sister of being involved while at the park earlier. No, she surely understands that I didn't know. Kotomi is, like, super mega understanding. Once inside Suki's office, Allison, Kotomi, and I looked around inside to see if anything felt unusual. We're done collecting fingerprints, but still, please try not to touch anything if possible. She said that, but I understood it to mean don't touch anything you don't need to for the investigation, which was fine by me. Okay, this is her desk. It's got her computer, a bunch of, rock stuff. I don't actually fully know what she does. She does something to do with environmentally friendly coal mining. I'm not sure about the specifics beyond that. You need to ask an employee here. Is there anyone that your sister worked closely with? The only person I would have ever heard her mention a lot was one specific coworker that she relied on a lot when she was getting started. I think her name's, Jade. I'll go see if she's on call. I'll be back in a moment, okay? Kotomi leaves the room. Eri walks over and stands with us behind the desk. Do either of you know her computer password? Yeah, she uses the same one for everything. Hold on, let me just... I lean down and type the password I remember into her laptop. Second Shrine. There! The screen lights up, and as it cuts from the dark, gloomy, corporate lock screen to Suki's vibrant wallpaper. Got it! Eri sits down in Kotomi's chair and takes a hold of her computer mouse, which bugs me a bit, but whatever. It's not like Suki's here. Let's see. It says here she arrived for work on the morning of the 22nd. Is 10:30 really the morning? It's before noon, so I'd say so. Right, you couldn't quite call it afternoon, but it's not like it was 8 o'clock or something. Morning is a bit misleading, isn't it? So, she arrived at, like, mid-morning then? She arrived for work in the mid-morning on the 22nd, then clocked out for lunch at 1:35, and never came back. Just then, Kotomi's shape appears in the door again. So, Date isn't on call right now, but I did get her on call. Kotomi holds up her cell phone. The room is filled with silence. Because cell phone? On call? Friggin' whatever, man. Introduce yourself, Jade. Hi, everyone. It really rocks to be here with you all. Oh, we've got two characters that like bad puns. I still don't speak Russian. Give me half a second to Google Translate that. Google Translate. There we go. Oh, so there were raids here. There were. Yeah, I got two raids in very short succession. That was really cool. It was really nice. Uh, game. Focus on the game. If I hear one more godforsaken... Come on, why so stone-faced all of a sudden? I am actually going to blow a fuse. Sorry, of course you would. I'll kill you. Allison leaps towards the door and tries to grab the phone. I haven't seen her this violent in a long time, but Allison really hates puns and stupid jokes. Like, not even in a groan and move on way. Luckily, Kotami stops Allison, and she moves back to where she was. Anyways, Jade, did you want to tell us about what you and Suki did for a living? Thank you, oh my god. Yeah. I'm a transfer from the U.S. branch of the Sunrise Foundation, since Suki's research mostly applies to North America. What does the Sunrise Foundation even do? Well, I guess more specifically, what does Suki do for work? She works on cleaning up old coal strip mines while mitigating environmental harm. It's a surprisingly difficult job that not many people bother doing. I'll see you translate. I thought you would miss the message. I always have Google Translate open. It's proved to be surprisingly useful, considering how many people I get here from non-English speaking countries. Did she do anything out of the ordinary on the day of her disappearance? Come to think of it, she did. She checked her texts while we were on lunch break and looked at some video. I asked her what was wrong, but she just shrugged it off. Oh, my voice is going to be so dead by the end of this from trying to do so many different voices. I'll figure it out, but my voice is going to be so dead. So, you saw her after she clocked out? Yeah, we usually get lunch together. She told me not to wait up and that she'd be right behind me after taking care of something. Last I saw her, she was typing something on her phone while I left the building. Do you know who she was texting? I saw a text notification pop up at one point out of the corner of my eye. It wasn't a saved contact in her phone. I didn't really snoop or anything though, so that's all I know. Thank you. Your help is valuable. Is there anything else you feel would be relevant to the case? No. Nothing comes to mind. I did want to say something, though. Kotami, can you pass the phone to Saturday? Huh? Me? Sure thing, yeah. Kotami walks over and gives me the phone. Saturday, I'm so sorry all of this is happening, and I'm here if you need to talk. I know we aren't super close, but I knew your sister pretty well, and... well, I just hope she's alright, and I can't begin to imagine what you're going through. I notice a potential tear making its way out of my eye, but I wipe it away before anyone else can notice. Not now, damn it. I keep it together, though. Thank you, Jade. That means a lot. Kotami, here. I give Kotami back her phone. She smiles at me, but I don't really register it. Kotami hangs up the phone. I don't think she's hiding anything. It's obvious that she cares about Suki a lot. Now all that's left is finding out what that video she was watching was. I turn back towards the desk. Allison is looking through the things on Suki's computer. I don't see anything out of the ordinary on her computer. This is all files about work and stuff. Nothing really pops out. Check her browsing history. There may be something there. If she was watching some weird video, there's a possibility her browsing history synced between her phone and her computer. I know a lot of modern cross-platform browsers do that. Huh. You may be onto something. There's a weird website here. shrinereport.xyz. Let me open this. Allison opens the site. I walk over and take a look. It's just a video? Nothing else? Seems to be. Let me look at the page source before I watch the video. Allison opens the page source for the strange site. Sure enough, it seems to just be the blank HTML page with nothing but a video in the center. Nothing outside of the tags or anything. Okay, play the video. Yeah, got it. Wait, what? Did you translate every message? I thought you skipped them if they were in another language. I try and translate them when I can. Just because I like to... Oh. I forgot I need to have a notepad open for this game. I try and translate the messages when I can because I like to know what y'all are saying. Okay, I don't need to have my notes open right now, but I do need to have my notes open for a little bit later. Because I will be able to watch the video again. Alright, I'm gonna unlock songs. Okay, read episode 4. Beyond the Puzzle's Veil. Alright, let me grab some more water first, because otherwise my voice is going to die before I hit the end of this chapter. I like the way the characters are drawn. The art style, I really do like the art style in this, and it gets more detailed as you get further into the story as well. Like, you start to get really cool details on the character sprites as we get into the story and the character sprites change. Especially for some of the newer characters as well. We probably won't meet those till after chapter 1, but... After we left the Geology Museum, we went to Allison's house. We didn't end up finding anything else on the site of Suki's workplace. However, once we got to Allie's place, we just kind of sat there in silence for a while. So, any ideas? The others jumped a bit. Fair enough, I guess, since it had been at least half an hour since anyone really said anything. Ideas about what? The video's stupid. The weird, cryptic ARG frickin' thing that was on my sister's computer. I wasn't able to get a good look at it, and besides, I think this is the part where we leave things up to the professional investigators. I looked at her frustratedly. I mean, okay, sure, but won't there be a higher chance of success if there's more people trying to crack it? I can't technically argue with that, but I'm still overwhelmed with this feeling warning me not to get too far in over my head. And not to let you two, either. We could probably just go back to the investigators with what we found. No, in too far over our heads if we take that route, right? Yes, exactly my thinking. Thank you, Kojimi. I guess not, but I'm still uneasy. But you do have a point. You saved the URL to that site, right? Yeah, shrinereport.xyz. Here, you can use my laptop. Probably a good idea to see it on a bigger screen than a phone. True. Kojimi passed me her laptop. I typed in the page link, and the video popped up. We watched it again, and I tried to pay closer attention this time. Okay, time to open my notepad. There are puzzles in this, and they are surprisingly difficult for a rhythm game. So I do actually need to be taking notes on things in order to, like, in order to keep up with them. Oh, and I also like how they took photos from real life and just changed them a little for the game. I do like that. It's honestly kind of cool to see the character sprites, which are so clearly cartoony isn't the right word. The character sprites, which are very stylized, compared to the backgrounds, which are almost photorealistic. Once the video was done, I handed Kotomi back her laptop, and she put it on her desk. The way I see it, we're working with a few possible sets of information here. And those are? The shrine footage, the number of voice clips, and the sets of red and white pixels. Right. Personally, the number of voices and the pixel sets are what jump out to me as holding some kind of code. I'm not entirely sure what we can get out of the shrine footage, though, since it seems to just be a loop. Hang on, I have an idea. Wait, Kotomi voice. Hang on, I have an idea. It's possible they hid something for just, like, one frame in the middle of it. Let me just... Kotomi opened a video editor up and set the playback speed really low so that it would show each frame for longer. We sat there for about 5 minutes watching it go. Eventually, Kotomi did catch something. Aha! Not in the middle of it, but there's this weird symbol that shows up right for one frame right at the very end. She selected a specific frame, and sure enough, a bizarre symbol was visible on screen. And if they also break the fourth wall and interact with the player himself, it will be great. Well, you're in luck. Because if there's one thing this game has got going for it, it's meta-narrative. Oh, weird. What is that even supposed to be? Beats me. I'll make a quick sketch of it, though. I took one of the papers out of the binder that was in my bag and scribbled down a quick drawing of the symbol. That's a good plan, Allison. Allison, can you write down what numbers are being spoken in the voice sections? Yeah, sure. Can you replay them back? Oh, do you need a piece of paper? Here, use this one. I handed Allison my paper and Kotomi replayed the video. Allison wrote down 1658502732. Right, I'm gonna write that down as well. 165. Oh shit! I forgot I can't use my numpad because that's what my expression is binded to. 1658502732. 21140924. Oh, sorry, am I moving too fast? I tend to read really fast, so I try and talk slower than I read, but sometimes it doesn't always work. Hang on, Allie. I noticed that there's, like, more of a break between some of the numbers in the second voice section. Can you put a little dash or something to indicate that? Oh, good catch. Here, Allison, I'll replay it for you. Got it. Allison added some cute little dashes, resulting in the paper now saying 21140924. I'm like 80% sure that's a A1Z alphanumeric code. So 21 would be HIJKLMNOPQRSTU. 14 would be A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N. 9 is I. Yeah, 9 is I. And 24 would be A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. No. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K L M N O P Q R S T U V W X. Unix. Oh, it's a Unix timestamp. Okay. So in the video it played, it had the voice reading out numbers, right? And the numbers, when you put the dashes between the numbers, like you have here, you get 4 numbers, each of which correspond to a letter in an A to Z alphanumeric code where A is 1 and Z is 26, I think. 26? So it's the English alphabet, which has 26 letters. And so A, being the first letter, corresponds to the number 1, and Z, being the last letter, corresponds to 26. So you have like A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, etc. And so when you translate these numbers from numbers back into letters, you get UNIX, or Unix. I should figure out how to get my notepad up on screen somehow. Actually, I might be able to. Give me a second. Let me see if I can get like an extra window capture here. Notepad? There we go. Okay. So I will just turn that on and off as we move through. So that way y'all can see me like type it out. So when you take 21, 14, 09, 24, and you use the A1 Z26 code to translate that back into letters, then 21 is U, 14 is N, 9 is I, and 24 is X. Unix is a kind of timestamp. It's a way of translating time into a numeric code. Like, if you've ever seen Discord timestamps, it's a pretty similar. If you've ever seen like a Discord timestamp, that's the same principle. So my guess is if you take these numbers right here and you put it into a Unix timestamp converter, it'll give you a date and time. Friday, July 22nd, 2022 at 9:12 or 15:12 GMT. So let me type that out. It is July. July is 7th month, July 22, 2022. 15:12:12 or 3:12:12 or 3 p.m. or 3:12 p.m. and 12 seconds. Oh, something happened. Squidigi, thank you for the follow. Okay. That time, GMT. I'm like 80% sure this one takes place in Japan, so you might actually have to translate it to, JST, but I'm not sure yet. Anyways. I solved the puzzles in Rusty Lake like this, only not through a text document, but wrote them down directly on paper. Yeah, usually when I'm playing a puzzle game, I will have like a separate notepad tab open. I just don't always have, it's just, I don't usually remember to put the capture up. Okay, so I will go ahead and hide my notepad so we can see the whole game window. So, 1658502732 and 21140924. We've had them written out, but I'm not exactly sure what to do with them from here. Allison gave me a smug sort of grin. Really, Saturday? I would have thought you, of all people, would have figured at least one of these out. Isn't this cryptic stuff right up your alley? Hey, cut me a break, Allie. I'm not at peak mental efficiency right now. Fair enough. Anyway, look at the second set of numbers, the ones with dashes. Anything about them jump out to you? Oh, they're gonna are they gonna walk me through the puzzle? Oh, I see what Allison's getting at. A1Z26, right? Yep, pretty much. They're probably letters. Oh my god, freaking duh, how the hell did I not? Don't sweat it. Anyways, let's figure this out. So, transferring numbers into letters, which is what I just did. Got it. Unix. Yeah, Unix seems about right. Unix. So, Unix time is our lead here? I mean, I can't really think of much else that the word Unix could mean. My bet would be that one of these codes from either the voice numbers or the pixel sets is a Unix timecode. Well, since we haven't exactly figured out the pixel sets yet, let's try seeing if the other number we got from the voice samples is a timecode. Allison walked over to Kotomi's desk and opened the internet browser. She looked up one of those Unix to timecode converters and typed 165-850-2732 into it. And it sure is. 12:12 a.m. on the 23rd of July this year. So 2 days ago. Okay, yeah, so I did have to convert it to JST then. JST is, I want to say, UTC plus 6? UTC plus 9. Okay. So let me write that down as well. UTC plus 9 is you get 72322 at 12:12:12. Or 12:12:12. Okay. Aha! Bingo, that's gotta be it. It's too close to our current time. Oh, I forgot to... Did hiding my notepad actually work that time, or... Oh, I accidentally closed my notepad, that's why it worked. But if I minimize the notepad, it goes away. Okay, that's good. It's too close to our current time to not be what that number's getting at. I'm inclined to agree, but having a timecode doesn't really give us much to go off of. Hey, I mean, there's still the other thing we haven't figured out yet. Those sets of white and red pixels. Yeah, can you pull those back up and pause the video on them? Oh, yeah, here. I mean, okay, even this one I can almost figure out. Oh, really? I'm actually more stumped on this one than the other. Do tell. I mean, look at it. It's just a set of a different amount of pixels. So it'd probably be like 3126218. Okay, I do actually appreciate that they walk you through the first puzzle. Alright, so 3126218. Hold on, though. What about the red line? Maybe it doesn't mean anything? If it didn't mean anything, it wouldn't be there. No, it definitely means something. Look. Kotomi moves the playhead in the video editor forward a bunch to the second set of pixels. See? The red line is between some of them this time. I have a hard time believing it's just a red herring. I mean, it would be a red herring. Allison let out one of the biggest sighs I've ever heard in my entire life. Saturday, that's a stretch even for you, and you know it. Hey, I was mumbling that, under my breath, so you couldn't hear it. Besides, it's not as bad as some of those rock puns. What if it's a 0? Huh? What makes you think it's a 0? I mean, look at where it is in the first one. It's the first one in line. So maybe it's there to signify a 0 so that we know the first digit is a 0. Look, if it wasn't there, you'd think it was 3126218, like you said. But maybe it's actually 031262218. And they couldn't get that across if they just left it blank, because you'd assume it started at 3. Hey, well done. I think you're right. Look at you go. It's all elementary, dear Saturday. That was not an invitation to make a Sherlock joke. Too bad. So, applying this logic, I keep forgetting to switch to the voices. Yeah. Then the second set would be 130-91655. Okay. 130-916-91655. So 0312. Oh, I forgot to add the 0. 312 or 3126218 and 130-91655. Ah, sorry, am I moving too fast again? That was not the intention. Are these more Unix codes? Doubt it. They're way shorter. They're way shorter. You can try anyway, though. Hold on. No need. I can say with confidence they aren't. There'd be no reason for them to highlight the 0 otherwise. They could just write 3126218. True, but if it's not that, then I'm drawing a blank. Allison, you got an idea? They could be coordinates. Ah! Ha! I got it right. Well, if it's a bit of a stretch, but if the other codes represented a place in time, could these be a place in physical space? Oh, thank you for the hydrate. Probably a good idea. Okay. Like some kind of coordinates? Yeah, the feeling I'm getting is that there's somehow latitude and longitude or something. But there's no decimal. Maybe we have to add it ourselves? Look. A diagram comes up with the numbers, and Kotomi puts a decimal at the 4th character spot. If you do it like this, the reasoning for highlighting the 0 becomes clear. See? Ah, I see it. So it's 31.26218 latitude and 130-91655 longitude, or the other way around. Can't be the other way around. Latitude doesn't go as high as 130, so it has to be the first way. Kotomi, if you will. On it. Kotomi looked over at her laptop and opened up Google Maps. Going with these coordinates gets us near the Okawachi Shrine on the mainland. Okay, right. We need to tell Eri this, like, right away. This is the lead. You got our number, right? I think I wrote it down somewhere. But it'd probably be faster just to run to Suki's office than waiting for me to find it. That's a fair point. Let's go. We got up and left Allison's place. I ran into the geology museum at a breakneck pace that I didn't even know I was capable of achieving. Eri, big news. Eri jumps a little bit. I clicked too fast. Whoa, calm down. What happened? We had this investigation, we looked at the video, and we decoded it, and we're pretty sure that we have a lead. Eri puts the clipboard she's holding down on a nearby chair. Alright, let's hear it. We think that she probably took a ferry to the mainland around 5, maybe a bit before. There was a time code hidden in the video, and it's for a place on the mainland at a specific time. So she probably wanted to be there at that time, I think. The route takes around 4.5 hours of just ferries, so it'd be a 6 or 7 hour trip. It's obvious that if she took it, she was serious about whatever was happening here. She'd have missed a lot of her shift. Interesting. We are checking to see if she took a ferry. There's an officer dispatched there to check the details. Her bank has been less than cooperative, so we're checking to see on the station's end whether she was a passenger. They keep records of that stuff? Yeah, something to do with consent forms and boarding procedures. I don't think it's stored in a database or anything, but it was just a few days ago, so they shouldn't have filed away the physical record. I can't leave my position here currently, but you can head there yourselves. The officer should recognize Kotami. She is my sister, after all. You could probably get the information you need there. Whoa, for real? Thanks. So, what do you guys think? I'll come, but after this we're done, and we're leaving it up to them, okay? Yeah, sure. I said that, but deep down I knew I was just telling her that to avoid the hassle of arguing with her about it further. It's been walking distance, so let's get going. We left the Geology Museum once again, and followed Kotami to the terminal. Okay, let me get some more water. And then episode 5. Okay, I may not be able to do too much more of the story past the end of this chapter, because my voice is going to die, but I will do some of the rhythm gameplay, because that's very fun. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. I just had water. And also the stretch. Probably a good idea. I've been sitting here for a hot second. Okay, I'm hydrating. I get the point. Okay, I drank some more water. Saturday inquires at the ferry terminal about Suki. Content warnings. This episode contains topics of building fire, yelling between friends, panicking worry, and rushing into danger. We followed Kotami into the ferry terminal. It was by no means a large venue. There were just a few benches scattered around for passengers to sit on while waiting. There was an officer standing at the check-in desk talking to the ferryman. We're here. Okay. Right. Officer. Kotami walked up to the officer, and I followed her. That's all that we have. You'd need to talk to the other terminals to see if she went anywhere else. Understood. Thank you, sir. Your time is appreciated. Once the officer was done talking to the ferryman, he turned around and noticed us. Oh, hello. Nichibotsu's sister, right? Nichibotsu's sister's acquaintances. That is my best attempt at, like, a guy voice. It is not very good. Right. This is Allison here, and this is... hey, Mr. Officer, did you find out anything about the Suki stuff? Uh, who are you exactly? Saturday, the missing girl's sister. Oh, in that case, I can indeed tell you that there was a Suki Tasagare who boarded a ferry to Kagoshima at 1400, and she did match what we know of her appearance. Wait, 1400. Is that 2 in the afternoon? Or 3? That's 2 in the afternoon, Saturday. The ferry docked safely at 1800, 4 hours later, and we have no reason to believe that she wasn't on it when it did. Great. Thank you, sir. 1800? Why can't people just use normal people time? You just subtract 12. In this case, 1800 is 6 p.m. I walked away from the officer. There was serious, intense music playing, and you said you were drinking water. It looked cool. That wasn't really the intention, it just sort of happened. But I walked away from the officer and to the desk to talk to the ferryman. He looked up from his newspaper when I got closer. When's the next ferry to Kagoshima departing? We have 2 ferries running in tandem. It should depart around 6:30 if you don't mind waiting a bit. Sudden footsteps behind me indicated that Allison was running over to catch up with me. Saturday! You can't just go up to Kagoshima for this. It's not safe. Please, please, please just let the police handle it from here. I turned around and raised my voice. Maybe it wasn't the best idea to do this to Allison, but I felt like letting my emotions out would be better than holding back. And let my sister stay gone? Do nothing and just let this all happen. If they fail, if she's gone and I could have done something, it'll be my fault. I can't just do that. Not even try. If I at least try, then it'll be okay. Allison seemed conflicted on how to respond. This is a missing person, and it looks like we're in way over our heads. The cipher was one thing, but it looks more and more like we're dealing with an organization with real power. We aren't a police force. We're just students. What happens if you get hurt or worse? I don't care. I don't care. You can't understand what I'm going through right now. Suki was the most important person in the world to me, and... Calm yourself down, Saturday. Allison doesn't deserve this. She can't be gone. I'm not going to let it happen. But going in without even thinking of the consequences is going to... Before Allison could finish her sentence, however, a deafening booming sound interrupted our argument. The floor shook beneath us, and neither Allison nor I could speak due to shock. Kotomi rushed over to the window and looked out at the street. No, oh no. Allison and I ran up to Kotomi to see what was wrong. What is it? What's happening? Her workplace, the geology place, it's... She didn't have time to finish before I noticed what was going on. The Tanegashima Geology Museum was entirely set ablaze, covered from top to bottom in horrifying embers. What are we waiting for? We need to make sure that everyone's okay. Come on. I ran out of the ferry terminal and heard Allison shout behind me. Why is your first instinct to run towards the danger? Saturday! There was no time to worry about Allison's thoughts on the matter, and the sound of footsteps notified me that she and Kotomi were following me anyways. Now we just had to get there in time. We ran up to the site of the now-aflame Geology Museum. By the time we arrived, you could barely tell what the building even once was. Kotomi rushed up to one of the other detectives, and I followed her. What happened here? We smelled smoke and rushed everyone outside. It took maybe 5 minutes before the building was completely aflame. Is everyone okay? Where's my sister? She's still in there. She was the only one we couldn't get out, and I looked over at Kotomi to see her wearing an expression I didn't think she was capable of. Pure, unfiltered terror. Kotomi, no, it's not safe! Please don't. I gritted my teeth and curled up my fist. She's already inside. Besides, I think she knows it's not safe. She's trying to save Eri. But why? That's dangerous, and she's normally really clear-headed about that stuff. I guess she just cares a lot. I don't know. Does it really seem like now's the time for sitting around and thinking? Saturday, you have that look on your face. Please don't do this. Shut up, shut up! Look at the situation. Look around you at the world, Allison, and stop trying to hold me back for once in your life, okay? I turned around so as to see Allison's reaction to my freakout. I was already running inside after Kotomi into the burning blaze. Saturday? Saturday? Alright, so I'm gonna unlock the episode to make sure that I can't actually get the episode. And then I'm out of batteries, so I am going to have to do a little bit of the rhythm game as well. Saturday tries to save her friends. Okay. Let's go. This episode's cool. Content warnings. This episode contains topics of rushing into danger, panic attacks, burning, and death. Yeah, this is where it starts getting a little dark. Fair warning. God damn it, where is she? Where did Kotomi go? I ran through a world I could barely see myself, screaming relentlessly in hopes it would yield some kind of result. Kotomi? Kotomi? At that moment, a loud and panicked voice cut through the non-stop embers around me. Ah! Kotomi, hang on, I'm coming! Oh god, God, hurry up, for fuck's sake! One by one, I threw open doors all around me. Due to the flames on all sides, the doors often flung off their hitches without any effort at all. This room? No, not in there. Maybe this one? No, not that one either. Kotomi? Kotomi, answer me! This time, however, nothing but crackling answered my desperate shouts. Kotomi, for the love of God, please answer me. Deep down, I know that running around desperately isn't just hoping someone will answer my shouting isn't going to solve anything, but please, please, I collapsed to the floor as the burning reality around me creeped into my vision. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is it. I'm going to die here. The fire around me is closing in fast. Holy shit, I'm actually about to die. I don't want to, I'm not ready yet, Come on, why the hell can't I muster up any more energy? Come on. Please, someone come save me. Someone can get me out of here. I'm sorry. Stop groveling on the ground and pick yourself up, dumbass. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get wrapped up on all of this. Allison, I'm so sorry. Kotomi, I'm so sorry. I'm so scared. I'm not ready to die. I shouted that, but I couldn't even hear my own voice. I'm surrounded by flames on all sides. There's nowhere left. There's nothing left. Heat. The intense heat from all angles. I'm not even on fire yet, and already the burning is indescribable. It hurts so much that I can't even scream. Any strength I had gave way. And everything that I was fades away with it. The story remains unfinished. Alright, I can't actually beat the upcoming song on the middle difficulty, so I'm going to do it on the opening difficulty. Just because I don't want y'all to see me fail. Okay, here we go. Okay. Puzzles. Here's the puzzles. Okay. Here we go. So let me move this so y'all can, let me shrink this so y'all can see the puzzle. All right, so 44 over 4, 5 over 5. All right, so assuming these are fractions, 44 over 4 is 11. 5 over 5 is 1. 11, 1, 28 over 4. 4 times 8, I want to say. No, it's less than that. 4 times 5 is 20. 4 times 6 is 24. 4 times 7 is 28. So 28 over 4 is 7, and 54 over 9 is 6. 11, 1, 7, 6. Plus A, D, A, I, A, E over number. Okay. So ADA, IAE, ADA, IAE over a number. I'm guessing the number corresponds to the clock. So, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5. So ADAIAE over 5. So my guess would be the ADAIAE is a number letter code again, would be my guess. Or alphanumeric code if I want to sound fancy. All right, so A is 1, 1. D is 4. A is 1. I is 9. A is 1. E is 5. So 1, 4, 1, 9, 1, 5 over 5. I'm going to need a calculator for that. Calculator. So that is 1, 4, 1, 9, 1, 5 over 5. 1, 4, 1, 9, or 1, 4, 1, 9, 1, 5. 1, 9, 1, 5 over 5. Over 5 is 28383. All right, so 28383 plus 11176 is 11176. Is 39559. I think I solved that right. 39559. I think I solved that right. I hope I solved that right. All right, and then this is where things start to get a little confusing. Wait, maybe I need to translate this to letters first. So 3 is C, I, E, E, I. That doesn't seem right, but I don't know. Maybe it just needs to be the numbers. I don't know what I'm supposed to be looking at here exactly. All right, and so for this next one, it is so plus or minus based on the shape, maybe? So x minus 3. All right, so I'm going to translate these all into numbers to make the math easier. So x is, if z is 26, x is 24. M is 13. A is 1. U is 21. O is 1 after M, so that's 14, and Q is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q. So that's 17. All right, so now if I need to do like a number letter permutation thing, I need minus. Okay, so I'm assuming it's 3, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4. So 24 minus 3 is 21. 13 plus 3 is 16. 1, or no. Oh, I forgot the K. K is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. 11. So 11 plus 3 is 11 plus 3 is 14. 13 minus 4 is 9. 1 plus 3 is 4. 21 minus 2 is 19. And 14 plus 3 is 17. And 17 minus 4 is 13. All right, so then if we translate that back, it's U, 24 is X, 9 is I, 19 is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S. Uh, 4 is D. Wait, no, it would be, yeah, so UXID S 17 A B C D E F G H I, no, A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P Q. And 13 would be J K L M. That doesn't actually look like anything. All right, so down, up. I think I might be doing something wrong already. Let me look at my notes. This looks like I did it wrong, maybe. This looks like I almost definitely did it wrong. Like, I've almost got something, but it's not perfect. All right. So these first two are both 3, right? So, let's try this again. Okay, so that would be 21. Yes. 11 plus 4. 15. 15 is... No. K is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. K is 11. Plus 3 is 14. So that's UNI, not UXI. Okay, 13 plus 4 is 17, so that's still I. Plus... Is this a pentagon? Like, that's not a triangle, because all the other triangles we have are pointing out, so it might be a pentagon instead. It could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So then that means that that's 6, not 4. So 6 is F. Okay. Instead of 2, that's probably 6 then. So 21 minus 6 is 15, which is O. 14. 14 plus 3 is 17. So that's... Yeah, 14 plus 3 is 17. So that's A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R. Did I get the number for O wrong? So O is 15, not 14. So then that means that that's an R. And then uniform. See, that's a word. That's a word. That's an actual word. And then now I need to figure out what the other one is. Okay. I'm gonna make an indent to make it like clear which one's which. Okay. This is what I need. Okay. So 44 over 4 is 11. 11. 5 over 5 is 1. 28 over 4 is 4 times 5 is 20. 4 times 6 is 24. So 4 times 7 is 28. And then 54 over 9 is 6. So 11176 plus ADAIAE. ADAIAE over number. I'm not sure what the number is supposed to be here, though. I apologize for the total lack of background music, by the way. Oh, wait, maybe it's not the clock that's the fraction. Or maybe it's not the bottom thing that's the clock. Maybe it's the top thing that's the clock. So 11 o'clock is Z. 1 o'clock is E. 7 o'clock is O. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's O. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's R. 6 o'clock is O. 0. Oh, so that's the number. Or wait, ADAIAE over number. Right, so that's what I'm confused about. So ADAIAE. So A is 1. D is 4. 1, 4. 1. I is 9. Is 1. 5. So 1, 4, 1, 1, 9, 1, 5. Over. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's, no, yeah, that's 5 o'clock, not 6 o'clock. Or maybe it's 12, is it 12:25? Oh wait, I probably need to do the same thing. So if I translate them into numbers, does that give me something? 1 is E, 4 is L, 1 is E, 9 is V, E, N, 0, 11. Okay. So then, let me see. Uniform, 11. Automation.html. Oh, okay. So I need to actually go to the website. Oh, that's cool. Okay, give me a second. I am going to go pull up the website, and then I will make sure to switch my capture over to my browser. I just have to close some tabs first. Shrine report.xyz. Okay. Let me switch my capture over to set up this window capture as my browser. Does that work? Yes, it does. Okay. So here's the website. Is this the same video? This is the same video. We've already solved this. Alright, so that's not it. Maybe it's... Oh, it's shrinereport.xyz/result. The result is automation.html. Okay. So if I go this /automation.html. Huh. That's not it. That's not it. Automation. Did I not do that right? I swear I did that right. Yeah, I got a 404, which is weird. Let me try it again in caps this time. Automation.html. Oh, there we go. Recrudescent. Is that the code? That might be the code. Recrudescent. There we go. Oh, this is cool. Pyromania. Let's go. This song goes so hard. I used to be able to full combo this and see if I can still do it. My first time playing this game, I failed at this song so miserably that I had to literally go and get good at the game before I could come back to this point. And now I'm full comboing it, which is kind of cool. Let's go. All the light sticks. So wait, is this how the game works? Do you need to search for something through the browser? Actually, as far as I recall, this section is the only section where you need to actually pull up an external browser. Most of them are, like, self-contained within the game itself. Despite the circumstances, everything feels cold. I feel like I'm falling endlessly through a space my brain could never begin to comprehend. And when I open my eyes, I can see something beautiful. An aurora of ideas, all intermingling with each other. Ideas of happiness, ideas of excitement, ideas of sorrow, and ideas of anger. In this space, there are no bodies or minds to interpret these ideas. Only the space and the ideas themselves. And yet, just as I plunge further through this unknowable space, reality returns. Everything's taut again. I feel my senses return to me. My body and mind reconnect, as if to punish me for daring hope I could escape the suffering I would be due for within seconds. But reality pursues you until your very end. Right, I'm burning to death. And yet, as the inferno closes in around me, a figure comes into view. Familiar, yet forever alien to me. Humanity. I'm not able to muster up many words before I start coughing violently again. Kotomi looks at me as if to say, don't try to speak, without actually saying it herself. She extended her hand, and I understood immediately. I helped her pick up Eri, and together we staggered towards the exit. Please, just let us make it. Please, just let us. Please. The door is mere feet away. We stagger slowly, with Eri in our arms. But every slow step feels like an entire eternity. Inch by inch, the outside world comes closer and closer, and my senses shut off, and I feel myself falling. I hit the ground, and recognize one thing before my consciousness finally cuts out entirely. Saturday? Saturday! The rough, jagged feel of the concrete pavement of a precinct parking lot. When I'm finally able to open my eyes again. Oh, of all the times to run an ad break. I see a tiled ceiling. The Tanegashima's General Hospital's, in fact. Oh! A nurse entered the room, seemingly noticing that I'm awake. I tried to sit up, but found that I'm still unable to move. Please, don't try to strain yourself by getting up or speaking. Just stay lying down. I tried to say something regardless, but my voice escaped me. So it's not like I could disobey even if I wanted to. Instead, I looked at the nurse almost pleadingly, hoping I could convey a message in a nonverbal way. It's okay, I understand. You want to know what happened to your friends, right? I tried to nod, but I'm unable to do that either, so I blinked instead to try and imitate it. The nurse looked a little bit confused, but I think she understood. Kotomi and Eri both passed out around the same time you did, according to your friend Allison. You three were all rushed over here by the other detectives that were present when the building caught fire. They had to perform CPR on each of you first, but once your breathing was steadied, you were brought here immediately. My eyes relaxed at the knowledge that Kotomi and Eri were also resting here. They inhaled quite a bit more smoke than you did, so they're still unconscious, but they'll also be okay. I let out a deep breath of relief. The good news is, none of the three of you inhaled enough smoke that treatment goes any further than the oxygen we supplied you with while unconscious. Your body will still need some time to recover from being strained, however, so you likely won't be able to move too heavily for a bit still. And even when you will be able to move, it's probably best still not to, just so that you're not operating on bare minimum body energy. We don't have many nurses on call right now, so I have to go check on the other patients, but please, try and get some more rest. I'll be back, okay? Not like there's much of a way for me to respond. The nurse walked out of the door and closed it behind her, leaving just me and my thoughts alone in this tiny hospital room. I should really try and learn what happened inside the building when it caught fire, and why Eri was the only one trapped inside. And also inform Allison that I'm safe. She's probably worried sick. And also figure out what the next plan of action is for finding Suki. And I was unable to finish the thought before I realized what the weird feeling in my eyes was. I'm crying. What a place to end it, man. Alright, read episode 7. It's nearly midnight, and I've been given permission from the nurse to walk across the hall to Kotomi and Eri's room. I went to go knock on the door, but it was already slightly ajar, so I peeked my head in. Can I come in? Saturday. Oh, you're their friend from their room across the hall. Yes, come in, but please don't strain yourself. Of course, thanks. The nurse left the room, and I walked in and sat down. Are you two doing okay? Yeah, mostly. Eri took the worst of it, and so it took her a lot longer to regain consciousness. The nurses requested her to not speak much so as to not strain her lungs at all. Eri nodded. Oh, I'm getting tired. I can say very short sentences, though. Kotomi looked over at me. What about you, Sat? Are you all good? Aside from the fact that my body is still in an evidently weakened state, yeah, I'm fine. I didn't mention my emotional meltdown after the nurse left the room. Thank goodness. It seems we'll all be okay soon enough. It might just take Gary a little bit longer. Yeah, I'm glad everyone's going to be alright. Even if this entire situation is just so unfortunate. Now that I look at them, I can definitely see a resemblance of sorts. I've known for a while that Kotomi dyed her hair a long time ago, but never really asked her about her original hair color. But I guess it would probably be brown, or at least closer to Eri's natural hair color than otherwise. Kotomi, how come you never told me you two were sisters? You never asked. Well, I mean, okay, true, but in the half a decade I've known you, you never thought to mention it at all? I would have if you asked. I guess that's fair enough. We sat in silence for a while longer. Probably close to 10 or 15 minutes, until Eri spoke up weakly. Now that both of you are here, I would like to... Hey, don't strain yourself, please. Take your time. Eri takes a few deep breaths in and out, and waits a minute before continuing. What happened that led to me being stuck in there? I understand, but... Oh, sorry. I understand, but how? You can barely speak, and I don't think I need to be the one to tell you it's not a good idea to talk about all that while in this state. Ari takes out her phone and points to it. Give me your network ID. I'll add you to a group chat with Kotomi. Okay, if you say so. My ID is just Eternal Orbit. No spaces, no capital letters. Ari takes a minute, and then I get a friend request and accept it. To confirm both of you can see this, please look up at me and nod. Kotomi and I did as Ari requested. Alright, and both of you can reply, right? Yeah. I can, yeah. Around 4:45 p.m., the rest of the posted investigators left their shifts to return to the precinct. I decided to stay behind and keep looking around, however. How come? I was certain I was missing something. Something about Suki's office seemed different from the very last time I was in there, earlier that same day. So I kept looking. Eventually, I did manage to figure out what seemed off to me. All of the little figurine statues she keeps on the shelf on the left wall were all crowded together in one specific spot on the shelf. Aren't they? Usually, though? She has a lot of those, and that shelf isn't exactly the biggest. Well, yes, but they were arranged in a more crowded space than usual. It's almost unnerving how they were arranged in such a way that they would cover up something, but not be moved enough that it was easy to notice them being closer than usual. So, are they covering up something? Yes, I moved them aside and found a small wooden box. I tried to open it up, but it wouldn't budge. There was a little crack on the side, though. Uh-oh, I can tell where this is going. You'd think so, right? But I looked all across it, and there was no wire connecting it to anything. I scanned it with an emission sensor, too, and there was no signal or emission coming out of it or into it. Wait, hold on, emission scanner? Oh, right. It's experimental tech that being tested by investigators around the world. It allows us to check objects for signals of all kinds, like internet connections, that kind of stuff. Ah, I see. Go on. So I twisted the crank on the side and the box opened. There was barely any room to even store anything inside, but there was a tiny little speaker. Wait, hold on. I thought you just said your emission scanner didn't pick up literally anything. It didn't. It could have been faulty, or acting up, but for some reason or another, it didn't pick up the speaker inside. What happened next? So the speaker turned on and started playing a little music box melody. I managed to get out my phone in time to record the last little bit of the melody. Let me upload it. Barry uploaded a file to the group chat. Sure enough, it was a bizarre little music box melody. After that is where things get really bizarre. Once the melody ends, I hear sudden footsteps and a door lock behind me. So I spin around really fast, but the door is still just as open as it was when I entered, and there isn't anyone there. I went out into the hall to look around, but nothing was changed. None of the doors in the hall had been open or closed anymore since I was last there either. So I went back into Suki's room. When I got back, I noticed an image on Suki's monitor that wasn't even there when I left the room to check the hall. What was the image? From what I can recall, it was this rocking horse, it looks like. A teeny toy rocking horse. It was really distorted and hard to make out. Did you take a picture of it? I tried to. I went to pull out my phone again, and that's when it happened. The explosion? Yes, but before that, I heard another door slamming shut. And I jolted up from looking down at the monitor, and this time the door to Suki's office was closed. I got up to run towards the door, and that's when the explosion went off, and the force blasted the door and knocked me back to the floor with it. After that, I barely remember anything. You were barely conscious when I came into the room and found you. I wouldn't be surprised if you were already unable to make sense of or remember your surroundings at that point. After Ari was done explaining, the three of us tried to think of plausible explanations for what happened. But the reality of the matter is, there weren't nearly enough clues to go off of in order to figure out any kind of meaningful conjecture. After a while, though, Ari jolted up a little bit. I just remembered something that I'm not sure how I forgot. What is it? Kotomi, can you check the pockets of my jacket? I can't exactly move my arm super well currently. Sure. Kotomi got up from her bed and ran her hand through Ari's jacket. Eventually, she seemed surprised and pulled something small out. Wait, is that? Yes, it's the wooden box with the speaker in it. I completely forgot that I put it in my pocket when I went to go check the hallway. Kotomi handed me the wooden box and went to lie back down on her bed. I took a good look at the box. It was even smaller than I thought it was from Mary's description, being small enough that I could hold it flat in my palm. Just like Ari said, there was no way to open it other than the small metal crank on the side, and I wasn't about to take that risk. I was about to hand it back to Kotomi when I noticed something about the bottom. Hang on, is the bottom of this box, like, indented? What do you mean? Like, I can run my finger along it, and it dips down at certain points. It's really hard to see because the indentation is extremely small. Hang on a minute. Ari, do you have a pen anywhere in your coat? I should. Feel free to check my pockets. I got up from my seat and walked over to Ari's bed and searched her pockets. There was indeed a small pen in one of them. Okay, perfect. This'll work. Let me see. I put the box down I put the box top down on the desk between the two hospital beds, and ran the tip of the pen through the small indented parts of the bottom face of the box. By the time I was done, there were clear letters written out. What does that say? secondshrine.png? Yeah, it looks like it. Then it's some kind of file name, then? I don't think I need to explain what a PNG image is. Okay, let's check this out. Actually, I'll wait till the end of this chapter. Oh, shit, I need to minimize my browser window. There we go. Yeah, but I'm not really sure what its usage is. We can't really get anything from just a file name, can we? The room went silent again. I sat back down in the chair, and eventually the nurse came in. Hey, you three. Sorry, Saturday, but I need to run an oxygen test on these two, just to make sure everything's okay. Is it alright if I ask you to go back to your own room? Yeah, not at all. Sorry, give me a sec. I stood up slowly and walked to the door. We'll have time to figure out that weird file name thing once we're all healed up and better, okay, Sat? Yeah, rest well, you two. I closed the door behind me and walked back to my own room across the hall. Laying back down in my bed, I realized I should probably talk to Allison, so I took out my phone to message her. Hey, Allie. Saturday, you're okay? Hardly. I can barely get up and walk. I'll be okay, though. I'm resting. Please don't put any stress on your body right now. I'm just glad you're okay. Don't put yourself back under stress. Yeah. Thank you, though. Genuinely. Where are you at right now? Wondering if you can pop over to the hospital to talk for a bit. I'm at home, but I can come out there. I'll just be a bit. It takes a while to go from one side of the island to the other. That's fine. I'm not going anywhere, lol. Okay, I'll let you know when I'm coming over. Okay. I'm not sure how well she's going to take the decision I'm about to make, but I know it's what I need to do. Alright, let me grab some water and then we'll do the last section of this story. Okay. Last story section, let's go. Hey! Oh, Saturday, you scared me. I had no idea you were there. Well, yeah, that's why I said hey. Now you know I'm here. That's true. Anyway, why are you here? It's long past 9. Well, you know how you're going with your parents to Tanegashima in a few months? Of course. I mean, I'm moving to an island. I hope I would remember that. Yeah. Anyway, so there's a small but definitely possible chance that Suki's going to be moving out there for work next year. So, yeah? Come on, don't you get it? I might move out with her to Tanegashima. Wait, for real? Really? That's, well, that seems kind of sudden, doesn't it? How so? I mean, I hadn't heard anything about this before, and you've known I'm going to be moving down south for months now. How come this is popping up now? Well, 2 reasons. First off, I didn't introduce the idea to my parents until really recently, and it's still not totally locked in, but, like, I can definitely convince them. And second off, I wanted to surprise you. We'll get to spend our high school years together. Isn't that really great? I mean, of course it is, but Saturday... What's up, Allie? You've got that serious look in your eye. You're doing the thing. Okay, so this is Allison. I'll give her Allison's voice then. It's just... I'm not opposed to the idea. I just don't want you to, like... I guess, adjust your entire life around me? You shouldn't have to follow me forever. Is that what you think? Huh? Allison, this isn't me making a choice that I'm not 100% up for. It's something I feel like I need to do, but it's also something I want to do. If my path and yours end up separating down the line, then that's just life. I've made up my mind. The only thing left to be seen yet is where it leads me. I said those words then, too. I wonder, did I mean them in that same way? I can't help but feel that's when I started to realize those feelings. Hello? May I come in? I opened my eyes. Allison's at the hospital room's entrance. The nurse looked over and smiled. Of course, she's just resting now. Allison stepped inside the room, and the nurse stepped out and closed the door. Despite the fact that this is the first time Allison has seen me since the incident at Suki's workplace, both of us just kinda sit in silence for a long time. Eventually, Allison broke the silence. I'm so sorry. I looked over, surprised. For what? You haven't done anything wrong. Maybe if I'd stopped you from going in, then you wouldn't... Then this wouldn't have happened. She gestured at the hospital bed and the oxygen monitor beside it. Hey, come on, Ellie, don't let yourself get trapped in that spiral now. It's not even remotely your fault, okay? If anything, I'm the one who should be apologizing. I was too stubborn and didn't listen to you when you were clearly just looking out for my safety. And now I've caused you so much worry and... Allison walked over to the side of the bed and put her hand on mine. It's okay, Saturday. I promise. I'm sorry, I'm just really glad you're okay now. You could never tell due to the immense strength Allison has of her own voice, but even without looking at her, I could tell she was crying, at least a bit. Eventually, she seemed to realize she was still holding my hand, and ran back to the chair on the other side of the room embarrassingly. I don't think that's the right word, but I don't know what the right word is. Have you been resting much? As much as I can between them checking my O levels and moving about. Okay, that's really good to hear, at least. Please continue to take it easy, even once you get discharged, okay? Yeah. Promise? I looked down, ashamed, knowing that what I was about to tell her was no better than flat out saying, no, I won't do that. Actually, I have something I need to tell you about that. Yeah? I could tell that immediately she was worried. Here goes nothing, I guess. I've, decided that once I'm discharged and have taken a few days to rest, I'm going to go to the mainland and try to find my sister myself. There was a short silence. I couldn't bring myself to look over at Allison, so I have no idea the expression she had on her face in that moment. Ah. There was another long silence where neither of us said anything. Suddenly, I felt something brushed against my side and looked over to see Allison burying her head in my hand. Why? Why do you need to be like this? For the first time since I've known her, I could hear her sobbing through her words. Why do you feel like you need to be the hero? Like you need to throw yourself into danger over and over again? I don't understand. It's not that, it's just... I know that you're scared for Suki and that you just don't want to show it, and... Allison... I'm scared, Saturday. I'm so incredibly scared. Both for her and you. Because I know you're just not being honest about how much this is tearing you up inside, and I don't think you're even being fully honest with yourself. Allison, you keep throwing yourself into reckless situations, and I'm so mortified that you're going to get hurt or die, or that, I don't know, I'm going to lose you in some way. Allie. Yes? I'm not going anywhere. I promise that you're not going to lose me. But this is something that deep down I feel like I need to do. There's an answer waiting out there for me about all of this. I'm certain I just need to find it. I understand that you're worried about me, and the fact that I have someone that cares about me that much in my life means so much to me. But I promise you, it's okay. I can look after myself. I looked directly into Allison's eyes. There were tears all over her face. I'm coming with you. I sat up, surprised. You're what? Listen, I don't like this idea. Nothing will make me like this idea. But the least you can do is let me come along as a second set of cautious eyes. It's just, I'm not opposed to the idea, I just don't want you to, like, I guess, adjust your entire life around me. You shouldn't have to follow me forever. Allison seemed surprised at what I said, yet there was immense sadness behind her eyes. But I couldn't tell why. But then she stood up. Saturday. This isn't me making a choice that I'm not 100% up for. If you feel like you need to go to the mainland, then I feel like I need to come with you. Because let me get one thing straight. This is not satisfying. This is not a conclusion. How do you mean? I don't follow. If you want to play the protagonist, then you're gonna have to prove you can be. And that means accepting when things are out of your depth. So, I'll ask you. Do you really think that following this clue you found is what the universe is telling you to do? Was I really making the right choice? Or was Allison right? Maybe I was getting too far beyond what I could handle. Maybe it would be better if I took a step back and let the professionals handle it. And yet, I am certain. I still answered the way I did. Then you need to understand that to do this alone is a suicide mission. You need to be able to rely on others, to open up about how you're really feeling. Or, before long, you'll find yourself burned up again with nowhere left to run. Harsh? Maybe, but that's how life is. The Allison I saw before me was nothing like I'd ever seen from her before. And yet, I could tell that this was truly her, and that all of this was purely from a place of genuine caring. I smiled. Then it settled. We travel together. Allison forced a smile. I could tell she was still worried, and to tell the truth, I was still worried too. Horrified, even, of what I might be getting into. But it felt like the path I had chosen was the right one. Allison left the room smiling, but I still saw incredible sadness behind her grin. The reason for this still eluded me. And if I'd noticed it back then, this story may have turned out very differently. In a room across the hall, a detective and her sister rest and recover from a horrific brush with death. In the hall itself, a confused and conflicted young woman finds herself at a crossroads on how to feel. And far, far away, across the sea, and below the grounds of a certain shrine, a figure fades into view. A young adult woman appears in the atrium. To some, she may be known as Suki. In the center of the large open space sits a massive machine, rumbling and chugging along to a seeming never end. Another taller woman steps out from behind the wall of the atrium. I figured I'd find you here. What do you want? You're the last person I want to see right now. Just enjoying the fruits of my efforts. They made it out of the museum alive. It's past Lock P. Don't give me that shit. I'm tired of you playing hero with danger you created. And what, may I ask, do you plan to do? I plan to divert to Lock 2, right here, right now, by striking you down to where you stand. Alright, I am not going to start Chapter 2 today. I do not have the capacity. Meowity, what's up? But I will go ahead and get some stuff from the song shop. Start playing. Okay. You read so emotionally, I thought something happened. Oh, sorry, I kind of went all in on the voice acting. I like trying to do a little bit of the voice acting. It's fun, you know? Alright. Let's do some rhythm gaming. Ready for a total change in tone? Let's do some rhythm gaming. I've got to find some time to let my inner theater kid out, so... I might as well do a little bit of voice acting. I'm gonna see if I can full combo this. I have never done it before, but we'll see. 3, 1, 2. One, two. Let's go. I liked some music there, but you left. I wanted to listen to the end. Oh, sorry. It will usually automatically close on its own once you get past the last bit of dialogue. But I never know what the last bit of dialogue is. No, I'm not gonna try Septima 12 today. I'm not that bold. Oh, you know what I can do is I can go ahead and unlock Pyromania on the next difficulty up. If I can beat it. We'll have to see. Wait, no, that's not what I want. Middle. Let's try this on finale. Or, not finale. Let's try this on the next difficulty up. I want to see if it works. I think this is probably my favorite, like, big story song in the game. There's a couple of others that are up there, but... Also, I'm sorry if I don't talk for a second. I'm gonna need to lock in. clicked off before it was actually, like, actively over. There we go. I should have enough batteries to unlock the rest of the songs now, too. Oh, I messed with the sorting somehow? Not that. Caps lock shift, enter? No. How did I mess up with the, how did I mess with the the sorting? Oh, D? Okay, sort title, reverse title, title, reverse title. Okay, oh. Phenomena, crosshatch, ESM. This one's fun. I messed up a lot there at the end. Okay. This chart is really fun. I think I've talked about rhythm games before a little bit, or at least I think I talked about them when I was playing Rift to the Necrodancer. But a chart is a rhythm gaming term that describes like the layout of the notes you hit in the song. And I remember the chart for this one being really good. I broke my combo. There we go. Oh, the Coping Cat, welcome in. Thanks for the applause. I can't. Took a second to remember the word. What else do we got? Okay, this one's really tough, but it is very fun. And I like the song, which helps. I swear half of all rhythm game songs use that specific vocal chop sample. Or use this specific vocal sample chopped up. Yeah, my combo's gonna be non-existent. Especially because I'm still rusty. Like, the muscle memory has started to come back, but it's not quite there yet. Also, I got an alert, but I can't look to see what it is until I finish this chart, so give me just a second, sorry. There we go. Okay, now I can look at the what's happening in chat. Oh, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. I am rhythm gaming today. Let's see, save state, septimana. Not too far. Oh, this one's fun. I'm probably not gonna full combo this just because I'm A little bit rusty still. But I should still have relatively high overall accuracy. Okay, I know I've played this song on this difficulty before because I have a high score save, but I don't remember this chart at all. I am essentially sight reading. Damn it, broke my combo again. One, two, three. Yeah, didn't pull combo up, but I'm sure I've had decent overall accuracy. Shift for a judgment breakdown. Okay. Not bad. Alright, what else we got? Ooh. This one's fun, except the 11 is really hard. Like, I mean, it's rated as an 11 plus, but I feel like the actual chart difficulty, at least for me, is closer to 12. Maybe even a 12 plus. My accuracy is going to be awful on this. Yeah, the number of times I've broken my combo already. God, I don't remember this part. I bet you I had a lot of misses there. Rip. It's okay though. We'll get there eventually. Unfortunately, a lot of my favorite songs in this game are like are big like chapter ending ones like Pyromania. So I won't actually unlock them until a lot further into the story. I have to be careful how I refer to the mechanics in this game, because, like I said, I've played through the story before, but I don't want to spoil anything for those of y'all who haven't seen the story before. And of course, I've mentioned that this game has quite the meta-narrative going on, so of course the game mechanics are diegetic. Diegetic means like they exist within the story. They're not just like game mechanics. Like the story acknowledges them and uses them to, well, I guess to its advantage. Not bad. Not perfect by any means, but certainly not bad. Alright, so that's all the songs that I can unlock right now. Ah, that's not what I want. It's tab to sort? No, D to sort. There we go. Oh, I do like it, like how it has the, like the ratings for each song. Okay, where is Pyromania? I want to play Pyromania one more time, and then I will probably have to be done for today. I will never not enjoy this song. Although I am going to restart because I missed the first note. It's not like I'm gonna full combo it, but I still want to not, you know, miss the first note. Yeah, definitely not gonna full combo. This chart is difficult, but it's really fun. The next difficulty of this up is like a 14 or 15, I think. Like, it's real hard. Although I think the hardest song in the game the last time I checked was a 17 plus. But I am nowhere near that level. That was specifically a tiebreaker for a competition. So of course it was designed to be harder than the hardest song in the game. I don't think I will ever be able to be like a competitive rhythm gamer. It's like, it amazes me the speed some people can read and react at. I don't think I'm bad by any means, but I would say at least for this game I am solidly average. For some other games I'm pretty damn good, but it really just depends on the... It really depends on the game and what the skill ceiling is. I have to log in for a second. I say as I miss a note. Oh, new high score. Hell yeah. Oh, I have access to World Cross already. So if we ever wanted to play, if I ever wanted to do like multiplayer with y'all, I probably could, although I have a feeling anyone who's playing multiplayer on this game, since it's fairly niche, is probably better than I am at it. Anyways, yeah, it's about time for me to head out. Thank you all so much for stopping by and watching. If either of the raiders are still here, thank you so much for the raids. I'm gonna try and be back on Thursday, assuming I can get my noise filtering working again. And, I will hopefully see you all then. Let me look for someone to raid real quick. I'll switch over to my chatting so y'all don't have to look at the game on. So y'all don't have to look at the game footage. Twitch, let's see. Raid. Alright. There's one other person playing Vivid Stasis, but they are way further into the story than I am. So I'm probably going to avoid raiding them. It looks like Technical is doing a couple of demos today, if y'all are good going and raiding him. Or Maku is streaming Date Everything. It looks like those are the two people that I would be comfortable raiding today. Do y'all have a preference? Because I don't really. I think, actually, Maku is probably more new person friendly to raid. So I will go ahead and raid them. And then, thank you all again so much for watching. And I will see you next time. Bye.